Hey guys, welcome again to another Loomian Legacy Sweep. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we got a... Oh man, I forgot the Eruptidon sweep. There it goes. I'm sorry, but I'm not really... I've never been a really fan of saying the name, but that's okay because we're going to be sweeping with this this pure weird lizard thing, and we'll see. We're going to see how if it's really that powerful or not. Now, for this sweep here, if you haven't checked the last sweep, probably I've already posted the Saitama sweep, and that's kind of like that sweep might be a little bit of a mini continuation, like a part 2 sweep almost. You'll understand probably why. They kind of have the same sweeping vibe, and you'll understand. Well, not vibes, but just kind of just have the similarity of each other. And yeah, we got ourselves 2 of them. So let's, I mean, it's just if the fact, the Saitama and the Eruptidon is just, it just has a little bit of a weird bond between it, and yeah, I found, I'm gonna find out really more liking other, I don't know, but yeah, who knows, maybe it's in the future I'll find out if it's really useful or not. Either way, so let's look at the weird Eruptidon, and this thing is basically a giant lizard who's who evolved from Gexploud and Scalava. Not really important, really, but either way, that's that. Now let's look at the stats. So, look at the stats. It gets a very, very good on the range attack, being 100 based on the range attack, having a 90 on the energy, which is solid. 81 for health. It's pretty solid afterward. I mean, it's all right. Range defense is 84, so it's kind of solid, bulky. And then the other stats is just not the most amazing. I mean, melee attack is 89, so that's solid as well. And then we got 77 for speed and 69 for melee defense. Wow, nice. I couldn't believe they had to happen to do it. But yeah, so yeah. Now for today's sweep, we're gonna be looking at its signature move, Lava Slash, which, if you don't want to know what Lava Slash does, we can actually check that out right. You can actually see right here. We can actually check that out right in the description, or the description for this little effect. So the user slashes the target. If I can, that's some advertisement. I wish they can remove it soon enough. But as I was gonna say, now the user slashes the target with the claws, which has a 30% chance to burn the target. This move lands critical hits more often, so it's a very strong melee attacking move. It has a strength of 70, 100% accuracy, but it costs over 75 for the energy. So we're gonna be trying to get use of the Lava Slash as its primary or its main move. But obviously for this sweep, we're gonna be trying to run also some other sets on top of it. So look at the obviously stat. Obviously it's most likely more popular with the range attack, because it has the highest base stack anyways. Now for this sweep, obviously Lava Slash is a melee attacking move, so we can obviously run that. And for the other move pool and stuff, I mean, it gets solid move pool, like I mean, gets other cool coverage move. I'm not gonna spoil it, I'm not gonna show it, but it is rather an interesting, has an interesting move pool. Now it gets also, I forgot to mention on the last sweep, we got Saitama's other abilities, which is lazy and which one was the I forgot which one it is. You can leave it. I just checked it out afterwards, or let me know in the comments, or link to put it. I don't know. But either way, so we got composable, scorching skin, and pyro. Now for this sweep here, unfortunately, I actually really just did is I went to the PC box, grabbed the final evolution, and just went straight to the sweep. Now for this sweep here, unfortunately, I wish I could use Scorching Skin or Pyro, but the one we got was actually compostable, so we're going to be using of that. So if you don't also know what compostable does, it basically, the possessor is granted, I'll show you if I can, it is, can I seriously just, I really hate this. So yeah, let me try again. So the possessor, what do you call, is granted immunity to fire attack, or type attacks, and boost the strength of its own fire type attacks by 50 when it's hit by one. So essentially it's like flash fire almost. Kind of almost. But really, it just increased my my melee attacking move with it. Now I was gonna figure out a strategy using its ability in battle, and I was gonna bring something with a fire type move on it, but I couldn't because I needed as much supporter, and I wasn't sure by then if I needed one or not. But either way, that's that, and I'm not complaining about it. So for this sweep, we pretty much did the same strategy as the other sweeps. We went pretty much did the little strategy, supporters, and all that stuff, and then we pretty much went straight to the sweep. So I hope you guys and girls are gonna enjoy this one. Shadow, hello there. Welcome to the live sweep here mode. You're gonna be seeing me doing a live sweep with a Eruptidon, and make sure you just comment PG, otherwise I'll have time out. But anyways, we go first against Hello Ashman, and that's really it. So we got it had a very kind of interesting team, and honestly, for this team he's using, it actually has quite a good counters with this move pool build I'm running, and you'll probably see why. So yeah, now we were versing against him. I obviously going to do the same strategy as the other two sweeps we done back then, and well, hopefully we can get this one. So fortunately, in the first start, we got a Zolion versus a Zolion and an Ikazune versus my my Zolion and my Copperheart or Copperheart, oh what it calls. I forgot what the name is, but either way. So unfortunately, in this first battle of the first turn, I couldn't do anything really specifically. Because here's the thing: my strategy was leaving up with using Tase and trying to paralyze the opponent. But because they're both electric type, they're not going to get paralyzed. So I'm kind of just screwed almost, because I can't really do anything in this first turn. So I was gonna figure out if I could just if I should use Growl or something, just in case if Ikazuna wants to use anything. But yeah, it looks like it was not gonna be that type of luck I'm getting. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go for the Ancient Roar and swap it in straight off the bat. And the strategy will be talk about it at the end of the sweep. So I hope you guys and girls gonna enjoy the Eruptidon sweep, and maybe we'll see some other time we'll do more sweeps. And the next sweep, some point, I'm gonna probably post it, and you will see some absolute salt on it. So hope you guys are gonna enjoy the Sign of Mars sweep. Sign of Mars, no, sorry, Eruptidon. I'm getting confused with my sweeps here. I'm sorry. Eruptidon. I'm not really much of a fan of saying its name. I've never been a fan of it, so I've always been a confused one for saying it. But either way, that's pretty much it. And hope you guys and girls can enjoy this one. And let's see if we can get it. Here it is, and let's go, Lilo. Alright, people, hope you guys enjoyed the Eruptidon sweep. Man, that was so close there, and let's let's agree that let's agree that that moment of it. You know what? I never said anything. I never said anything. But yeah, let's explain the Eruptidon, and as you can tell, I some people might find this sweep a little more humor and a little more likable because you probably will see one Easter egg that you probably like. Well, not Easter egg, but just some more humor to it because the something you will find out interesting. Maybe you put it in the comments and I'll give it a heart for it. But yeah, so let's see here. So let's give you a full detail of how I was running this set. Now, this was a clumsy nimble set, which was already where it was already a part of it, so I couldn't get I wasn't really like thinking of getting a new Eruptidon or a Skilava just to evolve it to its Eruptidon stage. And I just simply just took this Eruptidon and pretty much swept the entire team with it. I mean, the thing about this is that I was actually training this thing back then. I was actually TP trained and stuff, and they give it a go. And yeah, here we are. So let's go ahead and give it an explanation. So we got this one as a clumsy nimble. You can actually run this as a you can actually run this one as a brawny, very clumsy and nimble set technically. If you want to run this one to get a little more extra speed. For this one, unfortunately, I had to stick with the you know, the just the normal one because of the old school set back then. Because I mean, I was gonna give it a little bit more extra challenge into it, and I decided just to keep it because, well, there was nothing else I could do. And yeah, so we also have this one, the moveset. We got this as it gets. I'm sorry, we got a composable set, obviously, in case a fire type comes in. Especially that the I was gonna think about running getting the Kazuna to use a fire type move on me, but it used, I'm pretty sure, used electric burst or something like that. I don't know, but it apparently paralyzed my cover out, or Mr. Copy, right? You know what I mean. And fortunately, I couldn't take the risk of me getting paralyzed. So for that one, I just straight off the bat knocked it out, and just make sure I was safe enough that I don't have to worry about that one. And for the other coverage move, obviously I didn't talk about that earthquake about it. We have obviously Lava Slash is our main move, or our main objective to do the sweep. But unfortunately, I couldn't do too much damage. But then again, I did a couple of knockouts with it, so I was already satisfied by that. And we got Power Force as our stab move, or not stab, our typeless status move or supporter move. And we got Phantom Slash as our spirit type move, Earthquake for earth moves. I don't know, but yeah, but it also is earth type. Earthquake is for you know, fire, electric, and most likely. Really, that's it. We got Phantom Slash for potentially Spirit, and what else is there? I mean, they're pretty. There's some moves that are weak against it. Let me give it a look again. I don't know why I actually removed it. I don't know why, but we're not going to say too much of it. But let's see here. So we got where is that at? Actually, let me just scroll back to it. I know it's a bit odd to put a highlight on top of it with it. I don't care. And let's see here. So we got let's see here. What can we get? Spirit. Why is this? I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. But yeah, so we got Spirit for Spirit types, or Spirit. We got for Brawler and Mind type. They are super effective against it. Fire, that is, or Fire, or yeah, what do you call it? Lava Slash, that is good against. Okay, Plant, Ice, Dark, and Metal. So that's a lot of coverage on that one. And for our last move, which will be Earth, which will be super effective against Fire, Electric, Toxic, and Metal. So there's almost no way to like make anyone predict you to use a specific move, because you have, like, honestly, this move set, it just kind of just almost like with this Eruptidon set, you just can't escape with escape, because it has a lot of coverage, and you can essentially just send it in, and hopefully you can get, like, I mean, you can even, like, if you want to, here's a different thing you want to add. If you want to change the set, I mean, you don't have to run the milk check really. First of all, you can just run as a rageful plushie and just solo 1v5 the opponent, really. I mean, here's the thing about this, is that now for this set, I actually can do, you can actually simply do a solo, like a 1v1 or like a single battle sweeping with it. I recommend you can try that out, but you need to get yourself a rageful plushie as well with a power force for the first attempt, and then maybe you can try sweep it, because as long as you don't waste too much energy, especially considering you have earthquake, which can cost you about 50 energy, which is quite a lot, as well with lava slash, considering it actually gets you to use 45, so it's 5 energy less than earthquake, so it's better than that having it, but but it's only if you wanted to take a risk of it. But who knows? But yeah, so we got clumsy and obviously, which clumsy. I mean, speed is not really that bad, the most experientially amazing, but I run the speedy one because I wanted to. I mean, I didn't want to have to run this one as a nimble one, and plus, this was already TP'd back then, so I couldn't really change a TP or anything like that. I just wanted to just go with it, and here we are. So we got max speed, max melee attack, and 100 for the defense. I was gonna think about running energy, but essentially I just wanted to see if I can get the sweep, or if at some point in the future I'll ever run this set with it. And here we are. So it wasn't like really as like TP training like that, because this was actually a part of a Eruptidon that I used. Just wanted to get this gleaming evolution in my my storage. I don't want to say PC box because you know what exactly I mean. And yeah, so I kind of just run this one saying just the one set we can access. And I did train it up with ups a bit extra, give it a little more of the HP, melee attack, range defense, and speed a bit. And got a little bit of a solid stat on top of it. So it was solid enough to outspeed, withstand a couple hits and all. But yeah, just make sure, be aware that this thing is not much of its speedy type. I mean, you could run speed if you want to. Just be aware that you're gonna also have to realize that you have to tank a hit and stuff. Because I mean, for Eruptidon, being just a pure fire, it has a few weaknesses against it thing. Because if we can check that again, I know we're gonna do that again. Oh, of course we forgot about that. We'll just do this quickly. Eruptidon is part fire, so weakness against it thing is let me prepare that one. I know it's gonna pop. Never mind. Okay, I guess not. Of course. Fire is weak against water, earth, and air. So there were a lot of counters against. I mean, most likely this sweep, I actually was versing 2 of its air type move, which was Swirly. I think it was name. And we were also versing against the roaming from the Halloween event, which was a Gargolem or something. I think it calls. I think there was one of them. We can check that out. We can check it right now. Was it a name? Yeah, Gargolem. So that one actually was a pretty big threat for this set because Earth and Air type is weak, both super effective or super strong against Fire type. So I was really lucky enough to handle that one before it was able to knock, or at least most likely knock me out for the most of it. But it worked out at the end of it, and I'm glad I got this Eruptidon sweep. Now, if you want to if you really want to change this set to more range attack, you can definitely do. You can just run like Magnify instead of Power Force, because unfortunately, Power Force was the only move you can run for its melee attacking stats move, or like increase your melee attack, and that's really it. Because it's really unfortunate because it doesn't learn like Bulk Up or like Buck Up, which can give you increase of its critical hitting chance. But then again, you can only have to rely on critical hits then. And technically, you don't get any stat boost. You're just getting a critical hit. So your stat stays the same, but just having a small chance of getting a crit. So Power Force is probably the only best move you can use of it. As well with the... well, that's really actually... It really doesn't do anything else besides increasing attack. So yeah. For its other stats, I mean, it can potentially live a couple hits. I gave the melee defense in case we were versing a melee attacking hit, and unfortunately for this sweep, we weren't really getting a lot of hits for the melee attacking one. I think we were only hit by I mean, we were I mean, actually, let me see. We got Ikazuna went down. Zolion just went for it was a range attacking. I think Mudslide is just range attack. So pretty sure that was just went. There was no reason to actually do that one. I'm pretty sure. I think it was it melee. I don't know. Then we got Swirly with Air Blade, and the last one was a pretty sure what was it? I think it was a Mud Gun. Was it a Mud Gun? No, it was a Vespertune. So that was a easy one. Was a non just an easy win there. So yeah, we were pretty lucky this sweep as well. I mean, the only thing about this sweep is that I was actually, you know, no, actually, let's talk about the luck. Let's talk about the sweeping luck, cause let's hear. So this, like, I was so lucky with Copperite or Copperite Mister or what it calls. I actually haven't really talked about what the name of it really much. So let me actually check that out right now. I think. Can we get an ancient? Okay, never mind. We can't. Ancient, I'm pretty sure it is, or is it metal? I think a metal is actually pretty sure it's the same thing. I think. Where are you at? I think you're metal. Are you metal? Yeah, you are. So Copper Rage. Oh, it's Copper Rage. It's close enough. So yeah, Copper Rage was really lucky to get all those baits, because if you didn't know this in this battle, I didn't get any paralyzed for the entire sweep, and I just got a lot of bait moments. So let's talk about this one. So I would recommend you people, or guess, if I got paralyzed at some point, I would say I'm not sure if I would have able to live the Mud Slap or Mud Spatter and the Mudslide on the both of the Swirlies, or the not both Swirly, the Swirly and Gargolem. I would have potentially went down, and that would have been. I mean, just 2 hits from. I mean, look at compare the damage when I got hit by the Mudslide. Pretty sure. On the Gargolem, I'm pretty sure I went hit by one of those, I think. And that did a lot of damage to me, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I would not say I would have not lived this one. Plus, the Swirly had the annoying ability, which always the lower damage or gets yourself a little bit, a couple hits. But it always gives you a plus. It gives you a +2 on, or it give you a +1 stat of 2 of your individual stats. So you get like. I'm pretty sure you get accuracy, melee attack, speed, range defense, you know, all that stuff. And that's really. Or I don't think accuracy works. I think. I don't actually don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna really care about the ability, considering I've already used that ability too many times that I really don't feel like I'm not a fan too much about it. But either way, that's how it happens. So yeah. But anyways, people, that's pretty much it for this sweep here. Now, I'm not sure if I'll put up another sweep. Probably will post it maybe on Tuesday. I don't know if I will have enough time, considering I have to also figure out to make I also have to draw the thumbnail, which, by the way, people, please support. Just please be happy that I actually got a bunch of thumbnails on these sweeps. I'm trying to put them up as much as I can, and I really appreciate if you guys can like it, or at least comment to me as well, because these sweeps, I have to make my own ones. I have to make my own sets. I'm not even looking up on anyone's YouTube channel or how to make it. I simply just doing myself my own sweeps, and yeah, it just takes kind of long to figure out if I can do one or not. And as well, why don't you guys, like, how many people have subscribed, or at least know my channel? Like, I've like over my time, I'm up to 400 or 800 followers on my Twitch channel, and half of them not even like. I don't think none of you even knows my channel even exists. So please consider yourself subscribing to my my channel, and please comment, and maybe you will give it maybe people can decide whether I should do a sweep or more of a theme team. Because here's the thing, I can take any request as long as it's okay for myself and for you people. So yeah, and make sure to always okay requests, because if otherwise, no, I'm not doing it. But anyways, people, hope you guys enjoy the Eruptidon sweep. And as always, I'm Mr. Lucky Luke. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And stay lucky out there.